Hello everyone and welcome back to another session of Dark Souls 3 Focused PvP. Today we're starting off with the Corvian Greatknife. Ooh, that range. Stamina, please. Tried to double roll, didn't. Go for a regular R1. Aww. Started the parry way too late. That was a decent fight though. I did some pretty good work with what I was given. It's a very long knife. That's a knife, as they say. Now that's a knife. But it wasn't good enough. It wasn't a big enough knife. I need a bigger knife, I think. There's always a bigger knife. Maybe if I throw in the skill at some point. But it's really slow. Like, that's the only downside to that skill. It's really slow. Like, if it were faster, then maybe. But as it is, could be better. Also, I feel like this would be a fun weapon to poison. So we're gonna mess around with that. Hello, slidiness. Slidey souls. Yeah, that was very interesting time. I blame the poison. That's what must have done it. Calling it now. Just saying. That's what poison does. Creates a toxin so strong that it erodes the connection between you and your phantom that you've summoned. Between you and your opponent. That's what the rotten pine resin does in this game. It's that powerful. Yeah, scary stuff, I know. Believe me, I know. Well, at least we didn't get hit. I guess I've got that going for me. Shame that it was a very unstable fight, but oh well. This guy looks like he'll be more stable already. Hello, friend. Hooray, R1 spam. It worked. It actually worked. I didn't end up poisoning him, but it worked. I lived. Success. Great success. We did a thing. Curious how well it would do with an actual damage buff added onto it. I don't have anything that does that, but could actually be very good if it did. That said, I don't want to get used to it having a damage buff. Just cause if I did, then that would mean when I don't use it with a damage buff, like when I'm switching back and forth somewhat frequently, bad times. That said, I am curious. Does this have a unique moveset when offhanded? No, it does not. And now we know. Hello, friend. I like your cape. Ooh, that was actually a decent amount of damage. Need stamina. He had 1 health left. Wow. He had 1 health left for so long. If he had won, that would have been an amazing magic pixel. Yeah, just relying on that initial R1, that actually really works well. I'm surprised that the R2 into L2 did that much damage. Like, I built up 600 damage on him with like 2 hits. Not bad, all things considered. I don't remember if it was a charged R2 or not, though, and that's the only downside. What are you doing, dude? Okay, tracking, can you actually be decent for once in your life? Okay, whatever. It's supposed to go through the shield, but if it just feels like knocking it away right away, I'm fine with that too. Like, I was under the impression that's what it did. Maybe it just does break through their guards. Maybe that's literally all it does. Jack and Hagar. Now, that is a name. So what kind of weapon will he use? Interesting name choice. It must be assassin-y of some kind or another. Unless it's of when he was in the Lannister encampment, working as one of them. Huh. I'm thinking he's going to be wearing robes. I'm thinking robes and a knife of some kind. Or just not. That's cool too. I was doing so well. I was doing very well in that fight with the stagger. I nearly had a flawless. We'll bring in this guy again. Just cause. We had a good fight with him last time. And now we'll see how he fares against a Scythe. See how it goes with me moving from something with such long range. Or moving with something from such... Moving from something with such short range to something with such long range. Wow. I can't talk. At all. On the bright side, my throat is feeling better than it did in the past. So, we've got that going for us. And by we, I mean me because, well, I'm not in pain, and you because I'm not coughing all over the mic making loud noises. See? Everybody wins. Good backstab. Tried to parry, didn't have the stamina. That was good. That was good on his part. I like the perseverance that he threw in the middle right then. That was a good fight. It's not every day you fight someone who actually uses the cestus as a weapon, like as an actual weapon. And when someone's actually good at doing it too, that feels good. I like that. Like, I really do like that. Now, if we can get a summon, everything will be good. So yeah, with this weapon, the frost skill, it's really not great, like, at all. I mean, I don't think I've ever really caused frostbite on anyone once I've used the skill. I don't think that I have. And it makes sense that I haven't because it's a really weak build-up that it gives. So, I don't know. It's a good weapon. I mean, as far as scythes, it's, you know, decently damaging. It's the least damaging for me, but it's decent. There we go. I feel a little spammy when I use this weapon at times. That last fight made me feel spammy. The Hound. Well, this is just an interesting time now, isn't it? I can't not do this. I'm sorry, but I can't not do this. I'll just wait till he comes by and then I'll just pull out the flame. Just to see. I feel like I've run into some sort of interesting fight club. Or not, because everyone's using the same thing. Alright, enough of that. Whoa. Oh, good parry. That's gonna one-shot me. Oh no, I lived. Throwing knives for the cheesy kill. See, that's the thing. If he had not gone for throwing knives, then it would have gone on a little longer. The fight might have gone differently. I feel like if you go for throwing knives, it's cheesing a win in a way. That's why I personally don't like using them. Firebombs, on the other hand, they require a little more skill to aim properly and throw. Whereas throwing knives, I mean, you literally put them on the bar and you target lock and then spam the button until one connects. Like, it wasn't a bad fight, don't get me wrong. And I'm apparently fighting him again because that's just what popped up. However, I put way more work into that than he did. He got a parry on me, finally. And then cheesed with throwing knives. You know, it's a different mentality to the way that we play. Nothing wrong with that. It's just I don't personally like it. I'm not saying he can't do it, it's just not something that I would do. But it is time for a rematch, sir. And see, this is another thing. He relies on me. Okay, whoa. Alrighty then. That's cool too. The main strategy that he uses is to wait for someone to rush in, which of course I always do because I'm impatient. When he realizes though that, you know, I don't always want to rush in, last fight for example, he'll run on in, go for a trade, and then start spamming R1. It works because he has hyper armor, and I didn't expect a third R1 because I thought that he might not go for that for whatever reason. It happens. Cleric. I wonder if it's the same guy named Cleric I summoned the other day. Hello. Ooh, good parry. There you go. There's the one we deserve. there's mine. I had the feeling he would go for a parry if I went for a rolling R1, so I did. He missed the first time. He had no business missing the first time, so I threw out another. I knew it wouldn't one-shot me. If he ended up going for it, great. If not, I'd get another hit. Figured I'd go for an easy one, though, just to even things out. Makes the fight last a little longer. Well, not really, actually. But it makes it more interesting. Now it's time to start switching it up. Everyone's using really big weapons now. Hi. Are you ready? Not enough reach. Perfect. Yeah, not a bad little combination I've got going on right now. This thing would probably be extremely scary if you buffed it. Like, extremely, extremely scary. I'm surprised we don't see more like that. Although, on the other hand, I'm really not, because if you're going to be buffing a fast weapon, you'd be buffing a long sword of some kind or another, a straight sword of some kind or another, a rapier, thrusting sword of some kind or another. No love for the daggers anymore. Hello. Which curved sword is that? Or is that a katana? I think that's a katana. Alrighty then. I'm wondering why, sorry. I'm wondering why my R1 did 470-ish damage at the end right there when I went for that trade. I don't know what caused that. Couldn't have been bleed. Huh. I wonder what it was. I'm actually not sure. If anyone has any ideas what caused that, please do let me know. Because I don't know myself. I am wondering. Hello, friend. I spy a pyroflame, I spy a shield. What do you have in mind? Okay. not gonna get me. Really? Dude. Too much running. I appreciate they're trying to use pyromancy, but use it as a utility, not as your main source of damage, especially if you're going to just repeat the same spells over and over going down a list. Like, either mix them up with each other, have them complement each other, or use it as a utility. Please. For your own sake. Because just going down the list with them does not work well. It makes it really predictable, really easy to dodge, and just overall kind of boring. Alright, 1 or 2 more fights and then we'll call it. Depending on how the next fight goes, we might call it after that, just because I'm getting to that point where I'm feeling a bit tired, I'm getting a bit worn down, and I can feel my throat starting to act up again. So, ending sooner rather than later might not be the worst idea. Oh, what's this? One of my friends just sent me a thing on Facebook. Oh, AMD has some sort of big announcement or something. Okay. Something from Linus Tech Tips. I will check that out later. Apparently there's some sort of big deal going on with AMD. Could be their new processors, or not processors, graphics cards. Could be related to that. Something to compete with the 1080 and whatnot. That'll be fun. Hi. A bleed buff. Interesting. Did I really hyper armor through that with my roll? Cool. Didn't expect that to actually work in my favor. Huh. Hey, I'm okay with it. And we are going to end things here, guys, just because we are getting close to that 30-minute mark. By the time I'm done talking, I'm sure that we will in fact be there. So, that's where we're going to end things. I know I didn't figure out what weapons we're going to use next time. I'll be dual wielding. I'm going to use my favorite dual wield setup back from the Dark Souls 1 with a bastard sword and a straight sword of some kind or another. So we'll go to that next time, unless I feel like doing something different, of course, but it is what it is. Either way, I hope you all have enjoyed this one, and I will see you all, well, next time.